It was a chilly Thursday morning at Maplewood Catholic Elementary School. The classroom buzzed with excitement as Madam Harris wrote Community Heroes Week on the board. Little Ryan, sitting in the front row with his red magnifying glass on the desk, lit up with curiosity. Madam Harris smiled. Today, we are going to learn about fire safety. But before that, let's start with quiet reading time. As the class settled, a loud thud echoed from the hallway. It was Carter, the school troublemaker. He barged in late as usual, dragging his feet and making a loud fart sound with his mouth. The class burst out laughing, except Ryan. Carter shot a mischievous look at Ryan and whispered, "Let's make today more exciting." Ryan frowned. "Don't! You're going to get into trouble again." Carter shrugged and made his way to the back row, but Ryan had a feeling something was brewing. A sudden emergency, or was it? Just before lunch, Madam Harris stepped out to take a phone call. Class was calm for a moment. Then, clang, clang, clang. The fire alarm screamed through the hallway. Red lights flashed. Panic broke out. "Line up quickly! Emergency evacuation!" Madam Harris shouted, rushing back into the room. Students scrambled into a line. Ryan grabbed his special drawing from his cubby. He left it that morning. He turned to Carter, who looked guilty. Outside the school lawn, filled with students. Some were crying, others were confused. Then came the roar. Wheel, wheel, wheel. Three big red fire trucks zoomed around the corner. Firefighters jumped out in full gear, hoses ready, axes in hand. One firefighter, tall and serious, barked orders. Another knelt to calm the crying young kids. But then, nothing. No smoke, no fire. Just Carter smirking behind the teacher's bench. The truth comes out after a quick sweep of the building. The firefighters confirmed it. False alarm. The principal, Mr. Dubé, looked furious. Someone pulled the fire alarm when there was no emergency. Madam Harris narrowed her eyes. "Carter, is there something you want to tell us?" Carter shrugged. "It was just a joke." The firefighter captain stepped forward. "Son, this isn't a joke. When we respond to a false alarm, someone else who really needs help might have to wait. That can cost lives." Ryan stepped forward, voice trembling but brave. "You made people scared, Carter. That's not funny. What if someone had gotten hurt because of your prank?" The playground fell silent. Carter looked down. The firefighters decided to turn the moment into a learning experience. They opened the big red fire truck, showing the kids the hoses, gears, ladders, and sirens. They taught them how to stop, drop, and roll. If your clothes catch fire, stop immediately, drop to the ground, and roll over and over to smother the flames. Don't run, or it will make the fire worse. When to call 911. Only call if there's a real emergency, like fire, someone is badly hurt, or someone is in danger. Stay calm. Tell them your name, what's wrong, and where you are. What a smoke alarm sounds like. The firefighters let the alarm go off again so the children could recognize the sharp beep. "If you hear this," said the firefighter, "you get out. Don't hide. Crawl low if there's smoke." Why you should never prank emergency services. "It wastes time and resources," said the captain, "and next time someone might not get the help they need in time." After the demonstration, Mr. Dubé called Carter and his parents into the principal's office. He got a formal warning, a week of community service around the school, and had to apologize in front of the class. "I'm sorry," Carter mumbled the next morning. Ryan was right. "I messed up." Ryan nodded. Just don't do it again. Carter nodded back. That was the closest thing to a friendship they'd ever had. At the end of the week, Ryan sat with Viola at the dinner table, gluing together a fire truck model. Do you think Carter learned his lesson? Dad asked, sipping his tea. I hope so, Ryan said. But even if he didn't, I'm always ready. He held up his magnifying glass with a grin. Viola cheered, holding her toy Dalmatian. Woo, woo, fire truck. The siren might have been fake that day, but the lesson was real, and so was Ryan's bravery. Welcome to the next mystery on The Adventures of Little Ryan. Little Ryan and the Lost Hiker Mystery. A scream sliced through the forest. Not a silly scream, not one from a game. This one was sharp, real, and scary. Little Ryan froze. He held his red magnifying glass tight as he turned toward the sound. His dad, just a few steps ahead, stopped too. Did you hear that? Ryan nodded slowly. Crack! A branch snapped. Then, thump! A muddy shoe flew out from behind the bushes. Then, silence. Ryan's eyes widened. He turned to see his friends, Zara and Jaden, looking just as scared. And then a loudspeaker crackled from the trailhead. Attention, please stay calm. A hiker is missing. Search and rescue is on the way. You see, earlier that day, Ryan, his dad, baby Viola, Zara, and Jaden had gone for a weekend walk through the Maplewood forest. They brought snacks, juice boxes, and a little explorer kit with them. It was meant to be a fun outdoor day with the families. Zara was taking pictures of mushrooms, Jaden was swinging a stick like a ninja. Ryan, of course, was on detective duty, scanning tracks in the dirt. Everything had been fun until that scream. Ryan whispered, Something's wrong. Sarah nodded. That didn't sound like an animal. Then, sirens wailed in the distance. Soon, two white search and rescue trucks rolled in. Out stepped two search and rescue officers, a tall woman with a GPS in one hand, a kind man with binoculars and a clipboard. The tall woman spoke loudly. Camper went missing this morning. We are searching the woods. Stay together and stay alert. Ryan's dad held him close. We should keep back. But Ryan spotted something by the log near the bushes. The same orange shoe from the hiker's photo on the clipboard. He tugged on his dad's arm. That shoe. I saw it earlier. The kind search and rescue officer turned. You saw something, kid? Yes, right after the scream, it flew out of the bushes. Can you show us? Ryan pointed. Over there. The officer smiled. You've got a good eye. While one team checked the log area, the other search and rescue team gathered the kids. Want to learn how real rescuers work? They asked. The kids nodded. The search and rescue team taught. If you ever get lost, hug a tree and stay where you are. Blow a whistle 3 times. That's the emergency signal. Wear bright colors to help people find you. Never pull an alarm or call 911 as a joke, because real help might go to the wrong place. Only call 911 for real emergencies, like if someone is hurt, lost, or in danger. They even handed out reflector badges and had the kids practice yelling, Over here! And help! Like real rescues. Viola, wearing her sparkly shoes and explorer hats, shouted, Rescue me! And made everyone giggle. Ryan couldn't stop thinking about the broken twigs near the shoe. He bent down, scanned the ground, and saw something strange. Scrape marks. Hey, he called. It looks like someone slid down here. The search and rescue woman ran over. Where? Ryan pointed. Right there, on that log. Maybe the missing person fell. She radioed the team. Minutes later, a voice crackled through the walkie-talkie. We found her. She's alive. Everyone cheered. The woman smiled at Ryan. You helped us find her faster. Later, back at the search and rescue truck, the kids sat with hot cocoa and cookies. Kind officer bent down to Ryan. You were brave and smart today. You helped save someone. He handed Ryan a mini junior rescuer badge. Zara said, you should be in search and rescue when you grow up. Jaden added, only if I get to drive the rescue truck. Viola raised her juice box. To the rescue team! Everyone laughed. That night, Ryan was drawing a rescue truck on his community heroes poster. His mom walked in. How was the trip? Ryan smiled. We saved someone. She blinked. You what? Dad entered with Viola in his arms. It's a long story. Viola giggled. Woo, woo, rescue! And Ryan, still holding his red magnifying glass, whispered to himself, ready for the next mystery. Welcome to another mystery on The Adventures of Little Ryan. This one is called Little Ryan and the Case of the Vanishing Bike. The front gate slammed shut. My bike! Ryan's voice echoed through the neighborhood like a siren. Mom dropped her grocery bag. Ryan? What happened? Ryan stood frozen on the porch, mouth open, red magnifying glass hanging in one hand, helmet in the other, where his shiny red bike had been parked just moments ago. There was now only a lonely patch of grass. Viola, sitting in her stroller with cracker crumbs on her cheeks, blinked. Bye, go, bye bye. Dad poked his head out the window. Wait, are you serious? Ryan's eyes narrowed. This was no accident. You see, earlier that morning, Ryan had cleaned his bike until it sparkled. He had plans, a big loop around the block with Jaden and Sarah. But now, it was gone. No tire marks. Ryan mumbled, no notes, just gone. Zara showed up moments later, pink helmet in hand. Whoa, did someone steal it? Jaden gasped. This is a code red. Don't worry, Ryan said, pulling out a notepad. We'll crack the case. Just like Detective Duro from the cartoons. They split up to investigate. Ryan checked the sidewall. Zara interviewed the mailman. Did you see anything suspicious? Jaden interrogated the neighbor's cat. The cat said nothing. As the mystery deepened, Mom called the non-emergency police line. An officer arrived in a blue cruiser within 20 minutes. He stepped out, tall, kind-faced, wearing sunglasses and holding a notepad. Officer Thompson, he smiled. You must be Detective Ryan. Ryan straightened. That's me. They walked the thing together. Officer Thompson nodded as Ryan pointed out clues. Interesting, he said. No tire prints, but look at this. He knelt beside the fence and held up a shiny red reflector. From Ryan's bike. Zara gasped. He's good. Officer Thompson asked a few friendly neighbors. One grandma said she saw a flash of red speeding down Maple Lane. Another said, wasn't that Carter kid riding a red bike just now? Ryan's eyes widened. Carter again? Yes, Carter, the same boy who pulled the fire alarm at school last week. Troublemaker, prankster, and now bike bandits. The group marched towards Carter's house. Officer Thompson, Ryan, Zara, Jaden, and Dad with Viola on his hip like a tiny assistant. Just as they reached the driveway, Carter zoomed out of the backyard on a red bike. Stop right there, shouted Officer Thompson, holding up his hand like in the movies. Carter skidded to a stop. Well, what did I do? Where did you get that bike? Ryan demanded. Carter looked confused. The park. It was just lying near the bench. Ryan stepped closer. That's my bike. I parked it by my porch. You took it. Carter blinked. No, I didn't. I thought someone left it. Mom arrived just then with a phone in hand. Actually, Ryan, everyone turned. She showed a photo on her phone. Viola earlier that morning had pushed the bike down the slope during playtime while Ryan wasn't looking. Ryan's jaw dropped. Viola? Viola giggled and held up her jukebox like a trophy. Zoom! Carter looked relieved. Told you I didn't steal it. Officer Thompson laughed. Well, mystery solved. But this is a great moment to teach a few things. Officer Thompson gathered the kids for a mini police safety lesson. 1. Never accuse someone without real proof. Ryan nodded sheepishly. 2. Always lock your bike and park it somewhere safe. 3. Only call 911 during emergencies, like a real crime or danger. 4. Police officers help solve problems, protect people, and work with the community. He even let the kids take a peek inside the patrol car. They tried on his extra vest, tested the loudspeaker, and Zara accidentally activated the siren twice. Even Viola got a sticker badge that said Junior Investigator. That night, Ryan sat at the kitchen table, drawing a comic titled Detective Ryan and the Case of the Vanishing Bike. Mom smiled. So, did you solve the case? Ryan sighed. Technically, Viola solved it by causing it. Dad chuckled. Next time, we are locking everything. Even the baby. Viola played with her toy police car, shouted, "We will! I saved the day!" Everyone laughed. Ryan held up his drawing. Another mystery down. Who knows what's next? Hi, friends. Thank you for listening so far. Now, let's move on to another mystery on the adventures of Little Ryan. This one is titled Little Ryan and the Mystery of the Green Goo. Let's get into it. The bell had just rung for recess when a strange smell drifted down the hallways of Maplewood Catholic Elementary School. Not like lunch, not like art glue, more like Buns jelly beans. Little Ryan wrinkled his nose as he packed away his red magnifying glass. He was heading out with Zara and Jaden when a loud voice crackled through the speakers. All student and staff, please remain in your classrooms. This is not a drill. Everyone froze. Ryan glanced at Zara. That didn't sound like a fire drill. Jaden peeked out the window. Guys, why are people in yellow suits walking into the school? Outside the science lab, a thick, gooey puddle of neon green sludge oozed across the floor. The janitor had tried to clean it, but his mop had turned orange and then started to steam. That's when the principal called the hazmat team. A large white van pulled up, marked hazmat units. Out stepped several people in bright yellow suits with giant helmets and air tanks. They moved slowly, scanning the hallway with blinking machines. Ryan pressed his face to the window. They looked like astronauts. Madam Harris nodded. Those are hazmat responders. They are trained to deal with dangerous materials. Sarah leaned closer. You think the ghoul's alive? Jaden whispered, if it is, I'm blaming Ryan. Ryan rolled his eyes. Guys, it's probably just chemicals, right? Inside the classroom, all the kids sat quietly as Officer Dana from the hazmat team appeared on the smart board. She wore a bright yellow suit with a big clear helmet and spoke gently so the younger kids wouldn't be scared. She smiled. Hi, everyone. I know we look like astronauts, but we are called hazmat responders. That stands for Hazardous Materials Team. Want to know what we do? The kids nodded eagerly. So she said, we find dangerous stuff. We get called when something unusual spills or leaks, like weird liquids, powders, or gases. It could be cleaning chemicals, oil, gas, or even science experiments gone wrong. If it might hurt people, we come in to check it. Jaden whispered, so like alien goo? Officer Dana chuckled. Sometimes it feels that way. Also, we test what it is. We don't just guess. We use special scanners and machines to find out what the material is. We look at colors, smell, temperatures, and even chemical signs to figure out what we are dealing with. Kind of like detectives. Brian leaned closer to the screen. Like me with my magnifying glass? Exactly, Dana said. You'd make a great hazmat detective. Also, we suit up for safety. These big yellow suits keep us safe. They are airtight, so if the spill is dangerous to breathe, we are protected. We wear gloves, boots, and sometimes even carry our own oxygen so we don't breathe in anything harmful. Zara gasped. That's like superhero armor. Yep, Donna smiled, but very hot and sweaty. Also, we clean and protect. Once we know what the substance is, we use the right tools to clean it up. We vacuum it, cover it in special powder, or scoop it into sealed barrels. Then we take it to a special place where it can't hurt anyone. We also keep people safe. Sometimes we even help police or firefighters clear areas during emergencies. We teach schools, hospitals, and even airports how to deal with spills safely. Then she pointed right at the camera. Most important of all, if you ever see something strange, don't touch it, don't sniff it. Tell an adult right away. That helps keep you and everyone around you safe. Ryan sat up straighter. I'll remember that. Everyone laughed. Later that afternoon, the hazmat team discovered the source. Officer Donna looked confused as she examined her scanner. That's odd. This isn't a chemical spill. The team traced the clue to a cabinet inside the lab. They carefully opened it. Inside, a broken science project, a soda and slime volcano experiment that someone had secretly tried to make supercharged with mystery ingredients. The label on the plastic jug read, Max's Monster Goo. Do not shake. Max, the shy science guy from grade 6, turned bright red. It was for the science fair, he whispered. I didn't mean for it to leak. The hazmat team gave Max a warning, but thanked him for being honest. They used special tools to neutralize the goo and cleared the hallway. By the next day, the halls were clean, the air was fresh, and the hazmat team had left behind thank you stickers for all the classrooms. Ryan wore his on his backpack proudly. He pointed at it and told anyone who'd listen, Hazmat heroes saved our school, and just in case of future emergencies, he kept a clean pair of socks, a flashlight, and a plastic bag in his backpack, just like a real responder. Hi, friends. Thank you for watching. We have now come to the end of our emergency responders video. We hope you enjoyed it. Tell us, have you ever met an emergency responder before? Why don't you tell us in the comment section below? And also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more interesting videos coming your way soon. Also, The Adventures of Little Ryan book series is now selling on Amazon. Click the link in the bio of this page or in the video description below to purchase. And we will see you next time on The Adventures of Little Ryan.